The ongoing protection of the rhinos here at Care for Wild is one of our most pressing and concerning topics of discussion. The safeguarding of rhinos must include a multi-layered approach and include many different anti-poaching strategies. Whilst it is sometimes considered a controversial and sad approach, dehorning is one of the most effective anti-poaching tools for deterring poaching attempts. It is a painless experience carried out in the most humane way possible. The whole procedure takes only around 30 minutes from start to finish. Dehorning is an extremely controlled and regulated process. Permits are required in order to dart the rhino as well as to remove and transport the horns. Dehorning can only be carried out by a qualified veterinarian. At Care for Wild, the South African National Parks and the team from Mpumalanga Tourism and Park Agency will also be present for the procedure. Dehorning at Care for Wild is meticulously planned to ensure the procedure is stress-free and effective. Before beginning, we go through each rhino's medical history. Then the veterinarian carefully calculates the immobilization drugs. The dart is prepared and administered by the veterinarian from either a helicopter or from a safe ground distance, sometimes from a vehicle. The professional support team stand close by, ready to assist. Each person has a vital and specific role to play. As the rhino starts to show signs of sedation, the team move into position. A blindfold and earplugs are applied to reduce stimulation and stress. As the rhino goes down, the team ensure that the rhino is in the correct position and his head is elevated so that it can breathe properly. The veterinarian will carefully place a gel coat in the ear. This is for the quick administration of supportive and emergency drugs, as well as a reversing agent. The rhino's breathing and heart rate is carefully monitored throughout the procedure. The team will then treat the dart site, perform check-ups and collect blood and tissue samples. Rhino horn is made out of keratin, the same substance as our fingernails and hair. Dehorning is often compared to the trimming of our fingernails. Just like fingernails, rhino horn regrows. Dehorning can often be an annual event. The veterinarian will mark the horn approximately 3 to 4 inches from the base. The entire horn cannot be removed as the base protects the nasal cavities and contains a blood supply and nerve endings. Measurements of the horn are taken and recorded. Before the horn is cut, the veterinarian will confirm the rhino's identity by scanning his microchip number. Every rhino has their own microchip number. The horn is removed with a chainsaw and any sharp or rough edges are smoothed down to prevent injury. The removed horns are immediately collected and secured in a bag containing the rhino's details. The chips and shavings are also collected. Nothing is left behind. The horns are then weighed and DNA samples taken. All these details are meticulously recorded before the horns are prepared for transportation. The horns are then removed from Care for Wild premises and transported to a secure location. The horns remain the property and responsibility of either South African National Parks or MTPA. We do not keep the removed horns on site. After dehorning the rhino, the veterinarian will give the okay to clear the area and the equipment is removed. The veterinarian and the person monitoring the rhino's breathing are the only two people who will remain to the last minute. When everyone is a safe distance away, the veterinarian will administer the reversing agent before quickly removing the earplugs and blindfold. The reversal is fast acting and the rhino normally stands within 1 to 2 minutes. The rhino will continue to be monitored for the next few hours by our dedicated staff to ensure there are no adverse reactions. Our caregivers and rhino monitors also make sure that the rhino is able to find his crush again. All of the rhinos at Care for Wild are dehorned to help ensure their safety. Dehorning is not the only anti-poaching measure. It forms just one layer in our protection strategy. Dehorning in the bigger picture is a short-term solution to a much bigger problem, one that requires urgent action and a worldwide political will in order to solve. Nobody needs a rhino horn except a rhino.